The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show every single day because we gotta know. We gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, World War 3 and everything else, of course, because, you know, if World War 3 happens, it's definitely gonna affect our altcoins. So, you know, we wanna know what's happening there as well. But not that much. We won't go into that. Besides that, you know, the big question is this pullback back, you know, done? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row. You know, is this gonna be a 6th day in a row, 7th day, 8th day in a row? I don't know how many red days we're gonna have. The question is this pullback down? So I think that's what everybody is looking at right now, you know, or how is this gonna play out? Are we gonna have the same kind of pattern that's played up here? You can see here we, you know, bounced up and then, you know, slowly went down and then crashed, bounced up, slowly went down. Are we gonna crash again? That's the big question, whether that's gonna happen or not. So we're gonna look a little bit on that, you know, look a little bit on daily time frame, what's happening there, and so forth, so forth. Besides that, guys, how's everybody in the chat doing? Crypto Raz, good morning, how you doing? Vishal, morning everyone. Bernard, hello, how you doing? Mladen Petrov is in the chat. Hi man, it's nice that you can take off, you know, time from house building to come into my chat. Pullback down, time to go all in, 28k next. I'm not quite sure about that, but you know, maybe it's gonna happen, maybe you're right. John, good morning John, how you doing man? Sami Batch, hello to our leader, give us some good news man, or we need to wait for 2024. I don't know, it's gonna be 2024. I mean, if you don't make it by 2023, you know, it's gonna be difficult. You know, maybe. Ben, morning, how you doing man? Pullback 28, then sell everything as another dump to come then. I don't know how you figure out the 28k, but you know, okay. Dr. Fragrance batch late 2023 starts the new bull run. There you go. You got Fragrance says, you know, he has the date. Ben 2028 1370 plus 13. Damn, that's slow man, that's slow. I didn't know you were that bearish man. Patch guitar, let's go. Made it for once. Nice patch. Patch in the chat. JA, what's up? JA, one of my biggest haters on the channel. Right now, turning around, becoming one of my biggest fans. JA, how you doing, man? Dr. Frank, Sol going to 0. Not quite sure about Sol. Hello, my friend. Let's go. This Verbund. Morning, how you doing, man? It's gonna dump hard, brother. Yeah, it's gonna dump always hard. Snood, extend, smack, hug, dump pattern. Extend, smack, a little bit unsure about that on this move, but maybe there is some kind of pattern. But yeah, that's a nice pattern. Morning Falls, morning Garrett, how you doing? Tves, Cvetan Donchev, morning, how you doing, man? Vinet, Salo left the CEO of MicroStrategy. Yeah, I heard about that. Nothing actually changed. I mean, they just changed the title, you know, he's doing the same thing as he always did. Nothing actually changed. Mohammed, hello, I'm Mohammed, how you doing? Sol screwed the run to 28k. Why is everybody talking about Sol? What's happening with Solana? Solana, minus 5% down. Nothing is happening with Solana. I just pulled back to the sport, man. I don't know why you guys are talking about Solana. How do you like my channel and hourly? Did not see, my, you know, they haven't been watching the charts lately. Let me see the latest one. Yeah, very nice. But you know, I got a better line. I was about to talk about that. We're gonna talk about your hourly channel, but I got a better line. I'm gonna explain to you why. I got a better line. So we're gonna talk about lines, guys. So I pressed one wrong button. What Mladen is asking me about is this channel over here. So we're gonna talk about this channel but a little bit later. But you know, we're gonna talk about, you know, are his lines very good or not? You know, or do I have some kind of better line? So we're gonna, you know, have some kind of, you know, line war in a couple of seconds up here. Soul hacked. Yeah, it's hacked, but you know, who cares? Everything gets hacked, guys. Everything gets hacked. Yeah, you know, and then, you know, the life moves on. You know, stuff gets hacked, you get FUD, price goes a little bit down, smart people buy, you know, and life moves on, and then you sold your coins, and right now, you know, the guys that, you know, don't care about the FUD and in the hack, they, you know, they live good, right? Millions drained, 10 million so far, they cannot shrek it. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna figure it out, man. They got some kind of smart people. They got a lot of money to, you know, acquire smart people. They know which wallet it went to, and I thought more than 10 million. So, wallets were hacked, Luna, nothing happened, man. Guys, don't worry about it. It's you know, stuff gets hacked in crypto all the time. We are dealing with software, and it's not just any kind of software. We are dealing with software where a huge amount of money is flowing around. So there will always be people who are trying to hack this and that. And since the technology is so early on, all the backdoors and all the hacks, all the bugs and all the exploits are not actually fixed. You know, people are trying to, you know, fast pace this space, you know, so they are, you know, using a little bit, you know, short time to push out the product. The hacks will happen, guys. The hacks will happen. And what you know, the biggest thing you have to understand is, once the hack happens, do they have insurance fund to cover the hack? If they do, life is good. They're gonna fix the bug, the exploit. Life is gonna go on, you know, the life is gonna go on. So, you know, we're not gonna talk too much about that. You know, hacks happening, it's down 3.5%. I'm thinking, you know, Solana right now coming to some kind of support. If Bitcoin bounces, Solana is gonna explode, guys. And guys who are like you, who are, you know, affected by the FUD, are gonna lose everything because you're gonna sell, right? Oh, it sucked, oh my god, oh my god. Bridges never sat well with me. Hodl, as long as it's not your wallet, all good. Nomad Bridge, guys, I think Solana has some kind of insurance fund. I think Solana has insurance fund, guys. Let me check it out here. Solana insurance fund crypto DeFi insurance scams to protect users against the protocol sound. I don't know. I guess you know, it's only 10 million. Do you guys know how little 10 million in crypto space is for Solana? Like, you know, that gets, you know, has billions and billions invested in Solana. Do you know how little 10 million is? Yeah, it is. You know, it does hurt a little bit the reputation of Solana. But you know, do you understand how little? Okay, I'm going to Revo stream later. I must go. Okay, man, thanks for stopping by. I will watch your lines. You know, 10 millions is nothing, guys. 10 millions is nothing. No mercy. Like repost wise, 6 million hacked on a 10 billion network. Big deal. Yeah, 6 million. Like, who cares? We're gonna see. I bought falso today. Buy the dip. Buy the dip, guys. Maybe that's the way. Okay, let's do the lines on the chart. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing over here on the daily time frame. The first thing you will notice is that this pullback right now has pulled back to the 10 moving average and the 20 moving average down here. Previously bounced off of that support. Previously dumped down below the support up here. Right now the question is, will this support hold or not? Now, you know, important levels down here to hold is this down here. Previous bottom, that's around 20 moving average, so we do already have some kind of support here at 20.5, which is nice and dandy, and we are actually bouncing off of that right now. The question is, will this actually bounce, be very, you know, good enough to bounce towards the upside? Now, we do not have a trend line, actually any kind of confluence with this down here. You'll see that this trend line over here, you know, I got support all the way down here at 21.7, 21.8 or something like that. So, you know, if we do not bounce up here towards the upside over here, we might be looking for the next trend line. But this is not the trend line that I'm actually looking at. The trend line that I'm actually looking at is down here, something like this. You can see that this trend line over here is much nicer trend line, even though this might have been some kind of fake out towards the downside. This over here is much nicer trend line, and it also corresponds very nicely with the 50 moving average up here that's right now curving towards the upside. So if we do continue towards the downside, I'm actually looking more at something like, you know, 21.5, give or take. Down here hit is going to take maybe a couple of days, maybe one day. I don't know how fast this is going to go towards the downside over here. If this does go to these kind of levels, we are looking at, you know, 21.4, give or take. So we might be seeing some more movement towards downside if this breaks. Now we do have down here, up here, there might have been some kind of channel up here, over here, or some kind of falling wedge. Let's see up here, maybe something like this. It does not look that nice. I mean, the touches are actually, you know, very crappy over here. You know, the question is whether this is some kind of falling wedge right now. Let's see here how this looks on the daily 4-hourly time frame. So you can see down here there might have been some kind of line over here, right? And maybe there is some kind of falling wedge. Let me remove these you know, lines up here a little bit. This I'm saying might be because it's a really sketchy falling wedge over here. It might be some kind of falling wedge, and if this is a falling wedge down here, you can see right now that we might just bounce off of these levels up here, 22.5 over here, get out and, you know, bounce towards the upside. We might also get some kind of dump down, you know, go down here, get some kind of, you know, fake out towards the downside, some kind of dump, and then bounce towards the upside. Now falling wedges are bullish by nature. Right now we are actually bearish because new moon. Technically we are both bullish and bearish at the same time. You know, we are bullish because bottom, we are bearish because new moon, but you know, we need to see once we break out, you know, where the probability is. I think it's a little bit difficult to say right now whether we're just gonna bounce or dump towards downside. So I'm a little bit you know, sitting a little bit on the sidelines looking for the next move up here, what's gonna happen. But I know if this dumps on the downside, that down here at 21.5, you know, give or take, you know, extreme good levels to buy towards the upside, right? On the other hand, if this bounces towards the upside, I'm looking, you know, I'm not quite sure what to be looking. I won't be looking at the short because, you know, reasons. On the other hand, there is a, you know, a lot of resistance up here at the top at, you know, 24K. So there is that. So, you know, whether we're gonna just break this towards the upside or something like that. But if this goes down to 21.5 or something like that, this is gonna, you know, be legendary move towards the upside. Now, the big question is whether this is gonna hold support, because we held this, you know, once, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. How many times I'm gonna hit that on downside, right? So right now that we have been down here and right now trying to go down again, I think, you know, because if we start breaking this support line on the downside, if we start breaking this on downside, we might see, you know, a lows down here again, you know, somewhere between 18 and 20K. I think that's a little bit too much to ask for. You know, I would like that because I got some kind of cash on the sidelines waiting to buy some kind of dip. Maybe I should already be starting buying. I'm a little bit unsure about that, but you know, it's some money, it needs to be put in some altcoins. So, you know, waiting a little bit for that. So we're gonna see that. But you know, whether this is gonna go down to 21.5 or just bounce up here towards the upside, a little bit unsure about that. A little bit unsure about that. The most important thing to note right now is, of course, what's happening up here. Without the pattern, the most important thing to know right now is that we got a support on 22.5, the support also at 10 moving average at, that's actually at 23,000 give or take. Up here 22.9, and the 50 moving. So all of these 3 moving averages, 10, 20 and the 50 moving average, very important. I will say the 50 moving average down here with the trend line over here, that's right now converging, very yeah, important trend line, because important moving average, because you got a moving average and the trend line converging, and you got a confluence of huge support level. Now breaking this on downside is of course very bad. Now people will say this is some kind of double top up here. This double top will be confirmed if we go below 21.2. So if you see movement towards downside here, if you see movement below these levels on the downside, we might might expect something like you know, a dump down to, you know, again some kind of 18k levels on downside. So that's why I'm saying that, you know, a move down here, you know, and playing out this double top, although it's not, you know, exactly double top. It looks like, you know, higher highs or something like that, but you know, it could be a double top. But for this double top to play out, it needs to go below 21.2, right? So this double top is only confirmed if and only if we go below 21.2 down here. Only if we go below that, that's when the double top is confirmed. So, you know, sitting on support, hoping for a bounce, a little bit unsure what's gonna happen. We're gonna have Bitcoin daily tomorrow, so we're gonna check that out. But on some kind of lower time frames up here, and let's go to the lower time frames, on the 4-hourly time frames up here, what you're gonna see here, you know, it might be some kind of falling wedge up here. Of course, it might be some kind of falling wedge, give or take. There are some nice lines up here, some kind of falling wedge. I'm a little bit unsure whether this is a falling wedge or not. It might be something like this. I think it's actually a channel and not a falling wedge. Now, Mladen did post in the Telegram these lines up here on the 1-hourly time frame, hitting these tops up here, 1, 2, 3 tops, and then these bottoms, very nice lines, and he thinks he's gonna break towards the upside. Now, let me show you what he's looking at. He's looking at these tops up here. Now it is very nice, and these bottoms down here, it does look nice, but I got a little bit different line, and I think this line comes from down here. down here and up here. I think this is a better line up here. I don't know why, but I think this looks a lot better over here. And the tops up here, you know, whether that's all the way up there or a little bit low down there. Let me see up here. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. I think this is the, you know, better channel up here. So Mladen, if you're rewatching this, I think this is a better channel. You'll see down here that you know, very nice, you know, jump above the support. You can see very nice holding the support. You can see very nice touches up here on the top. You can see as soon as we broke the halfway up through, we tried to get up and stay above that. We failed. We went back to the support. We tried to get above, failed. We went up, you know, midline. You know, there was some kind of play up here towards the top, back below the channel. You can see here channel also working, fake out, holding the support very nicely, broke this, you know, midway through, held this midway, went below the midway, right now going above it, you know, but overall it does look like a better channel towards the downside. Now these channels are bullish by nature because this channel is going towards the downside over here. So question is, when will we break the channel towards the upside? We are not quite yet there, I would say, you know, and there are of course two lines up here. Where is this? If it's some kind of falling trend line up here, some kind of falling wedge, everything is around right now. Everything is around, you know, 23.2 give or take levels. So you know, we need to break those levels. So I'm definitely watching the channel here on 1 hourly time frame because this will be one of the first maybe indications of some kind of breakout towards the upside or downside. So you know, that's what I'm looking for. But overall, sitting on the support, had, you know, 5-6 days of red days. Will today be a green or not? Kind of a little bit hard to say. Maybe there is some kind of other patterns up here. I haven't, you know, been able to find anything right over here, but to me it just looks like, you know, went up too much and right now channeling towards downside. Now whether this is you know, bear flag up here, sorry, bull flag, I wouldn't say that, because bull flag goes something like this. It's not this steep, but this is actually very steep. So maybe it's just gonna right now bounce off over here, something like this. So you know, maybe you should be a little bit more bullish than bearish right now in the short term. But if you do drop on downside, I would say that's immensely some immensely good long position might be happening. Your line is better angle. Thanks, Mohammed. I think the line is better. You know, it's a lot of this stuff can be subjective. You know, which line is better. That's why I always appreciate you know, Mladen on the channel, and I'll always appreciate everybody else that are showing me their lines, because you don't always find the correct lines. There are always something that looks better, something you missed maybe on a bigger time frame, small time frame, some line somewhere that's, you know, majestically good. You know, that's why we like the lines. But you know, I think this works out. Okay, let's see, chat, do you have any kind of questions or anything like that? Irish guy, you have to remember we are in a recession, things will not get worse, just staggering. The moment, just like COVID effects, that's staggering, the worst yet to come. Yeah, that's, you know, we not want to go into it. Too much for the moons. It's going to take months, if not year, and watch it drop end of month, if not before merge. Irish guy, bearish, he wants to buy your... Guys, Irish guy wants to buy your Bitcoin. If you lose 18.6, prepare for 13k. Nah, there is no 13k. But maybe, I mean, you might be right, man. I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if 13k is gonna come. If you lose 18.6, maybe 13k will come. But I don't know. Right now, I don't see it. Won't break it yet. Takes not even 30 seconds to brute force a 8-character password. Yeah, I mean 8-character passwords are so small. Right now, like if you remember to go, if you go back like, I don't know, maybe 10 years or something like that, everybody says, oh, you gotta have at least 8. If you go back 20 years, everybody says like 8-digit password, you know, letters password is fine. Then it's not fine with only letter. You gotta use big and smaller. It's not fine big and small. You gotta use, you know, the numbers and everything. And right now, you know, it's not even enough with, you know, all of these things. The smallest password you should have is 20 plus letters, right? So you need to write a fucking you need to write a sentence, you know, as your password. Hello mama, how are you doing? Every time you wanna, you know, log in somewhere, right? So 8-digit password is not good. Like, it can be brute force again, you know, very easily, very easily. And I think for some, you know, some of these supercomputers, you know, brute forcing, you know, 20-digit password is also very easy, very easy. Ape is a good short in my opinion, testing lower highs. Some people saying Bitcoin 13k. Who is going to sell at that price? No one. There will be people selling, guys. There will be people selling. Just like, you know, we hit 70k and people were selling at 70k. People will be selling at 13k. There's definitely people always to sell. Panic sellers. Of course, there is always panic sellers, guys. There is always panic sellers. Ape is good short in my opinion, testing lower highs. Ape is up 9%. Rubik up 20%. Damn. 9% up here on on ApeCoin. 9% up here on ApeCoin. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure, but yeah, it's testing highs, but doesn't mean that it's gonna fail. It is testing highs. 2 days up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna analyze it too much, but you know, it might be also bullish. Who shorted at 24.6? Yeah, who did that? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Now, before we end the stream, there is one more thing I want to mention. Yeah, not yesterday we didn't have any kind of show or any kind of trading, you know, but before that we did trade Ethereum, and I will say a quick word about it because we kind of failed. We kind of failed the move up here. We kind of failed the move. Let me zoom in on the chart up here, and what you're gonna see here, what you see here on the chart, this was over here. This was our long entry at 1624, right about over here. Right about over here, we entered the long position right over here. And the thing is, I did not want to actually enter the position up here. I wanted to enter it down here at the support level. So I already, when this was already started doing or happening over here, we already kind of knew down here is the best, you know, entrance, and we should enter it down there. But we kind of FOMO'd in, so you know, we didn't wait. Now it went against us. It went all the way up here, and then it went down again. It's everything's fine. Then it went all the way up here, and then it was starting going down here again. We said, you know, we do not want to fall out of this because this can become very, very bad. But if it does that, if it starts going below our entry, we're gonna exit position. So we exited as soon as we, you know, got finished up here. So we exited the position right up below our entry, long entry, lost like 3% or something like that. But that was fine, you know, because number one, the biggest lesson we can actually take from this is enter at your levels. Enter where you feel, you know, because sometimes and if you do FOMO in, if you do buy at levels that are not your levels, you need to be, you know, you cannot afford to lose the game, right? So we didn't lose anything. It was, you know, wasted time at worst. It was wasted time, but these levels but these levels on the downside was actually identified as a very strong support levels. And you can see as soon as we hit this for the second time, we explode towards the upside. But there was a guy in the chat who said, like, what are your TP levels? And we identified two levels up here at the top, 56 and 48 up here. And you can see here we did actually, you know, hit these levels. Now, these levels were identified based on the 5-minute time frame. And we said, like, you know, we are trading 5 minutes time frame. You know, we cannot look at, you know, 2,000, 4,000, you know, ETH price. You know, and these were important levels. And you can see here, it was, you know, quite nice, right? So if we did had entered at the right price, you know, we would have gotten, you know, our money, but unfortunately we failed to enter at the right price, right? So what I want to say with this, you know, sometimes, you know, getting the good entries, very, very good entries, will keep you in the game, and you will make the, you know, nice moves. FOMOing in, you know, getting somewhere in the middle of the shakeout, you know, this is a shakeout up here. Getting somewhere in the middle is the worst feeling ever, because although this might have been the last move, and, you know, it might have gone towards the upside, it could also done this towards the upside, downside, right? Now you saw what happened later after that. It went on downside, then up again to the same levels up here at the top, and then down a little bit shaky. But, you know, 5 minutes time frame did play out. But entering at the right levels, very, very important. Corona, nah, I don't think, if I had Corona, it's like 2-3 weeks ago, but this is just something else. This is just something else. So besides that, guys, I do hope that Bitcoin, you know, plays out this, you know, this channel up here. So we need to see, you know, how this actually breaks out, whether it's gonna break out or not. Right now it's the upper channel, so it looks actually good for a move towards the upside. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Tuberculosis. Now, where would I get tuberculosis from, man? I'm always at house. Now, I actually don't know if you can get it tuberculosis in a house or some kind of virus or whatever, but maybe, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm getting better. I'm at least better than yesterday, and yesterday I was better than the day before that. So you know it's going better. But my I cannot show you, but I hit my pinky toe. I hit my pinky toe yesterday at the table, and now it's this big, and it's very, very red. So I had to call the doctor today. I was like, I hit my pinky toe. Do I need to come in to check it out? And she was like, nah, you can wait a couple of days and see, you know, if it's okay. Trade today? Maybe. Guys, when I say I will definitely trade today, that means maybe I will trade today. When I say maybe I will trade today, that's like, maybe, like, probably not, but maybe, right? When I say probably not, that means like definitely not. I'm not definitely gonna trade. And when I say I won't trade today, then I might actually trade. So you know, what I say and what I do is a little bit different. You feel me? Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if not subscribed, of course. And I'll see you maybe later today. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. So besides that, guys, hope you have a nice day. I'm gonna see you around, okay? Also, join KuCoin, guys. Don't forget. Right now, we are in the bear market. Sorry, we are in the bull market. Start of the bull market. The altcoins are cheap, and all way place to buy altcoins is KuCoin. So there is that. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Other times is, you know, you hit your pinky toe and you gotta, you know, take a, 2 weeks rest time. Okay, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.